Look, son, if I tell you a chicken can pull a freight train, all you have to do is find the harness. This is what my dad would say whenever I doubted him, such as when I was learning to drive. Will I ever learn to drive a standard? Or there were the many times, working on some project around the house together, I would ask him, "Are you sure it will hold?" But why does this phrase give you an insight into who my dad is? Well, it speaks both to his humor and his dependability. Growing up, it would seem that my dad always had a witty thing to say. Our dinner tables were always filled with not only food, but laughter. I have my dad to thank for turning me on to the dry wits of W.C. Fields. "Have you ever had this tooth pulled before?" And Groucho Marx. "One night I shot an elephant in my pajamas. How it got in my pajamas, I'll never know." While my dad had an appreciation for the humor that required one to listen and think, he wasn't afraid of the downright silly stuff either. I remember with a guilty grin him giving me and my brother a Seymour Butts for the back seat of the car. This was a 5-inch plastic man that you would suction cup to the back window of the car, and on command he would moon passers-by. While the idea of a chicken pulling a freight train is certainly odd and humorous, at its heart, it's really a statement about dependability. When my dad would make a proclamation, no matter how absurd it would sound on the surface, you could count on him keeping his word. My dad worked for a living to provide for his family. Whatever his job, mechanic, truck driver, machinist, he was always quickly identified as the guy to get stuff done. During his 13 years as a truck driver, he knew that being on time was important to the stores that he delivered to. So my dad would leave for work 30 minutes early every day. So if he happened to have a flat tire on the way, he would have time to change it and still make his deliveries on time. More important than his dependability at work was his dependability at home. It wasn't until I was much older that I realized what a rare gift it was to have a dad at home and to know that he would always be there. I never had any reason to doubt that he loved Mom or that he loved his sons. I never had any fear that I would come home and he would be gone. While this dependability has taught me to make the same level of commitments to my work and my family, what is more important, it was this dependability that has served as a role model of how dependable God is to me. I know my Heavenly Father will always be there for me because my earthly father was always there for me. While my dad has yet to proclaim that a chicken actually can pull a freight train, you can count on me to be the first to find that harness because I wouldn't miss the sight of a chicken-powered freight train for all the world.